Okay, welcome to our Characters Out of Context movie poster parody demonstration. I've already opened up my three stock images, DVD video logo, Elmo and Psycho poster. I've opened those three in Photoshop already, just to save a little bit of time. Whilst on the Psycho poster image, I'm just going to duplicate the background, Control J. I now have background and layer 1. I'm going to step across to my Elmo image, and I want to use my quick selection tool just so I can pull Elmo off the background. Quick selection tool is activated by pressing the letter W or by clicking over here, and make sure we've got quick selection tool highlighted and not the magic wand. Quick selection is what we want. And we want the brush size for this to be on about 70 just to make it a bit quicker. So now we can just, I've got my left mouse button clicked, I can just run around the outside and it's nicely picking up most of Elmo's fur, just like that. Pretty happy with that. Now, Mr. Miller told me about this great tool called Refine Edge. And if I set my radius to about 5 and run around the outside of Elmo's fur here, which is looking quite flat and bland and dreadlocky. What happens when I get right around? Trying to leave any gaps. Here's all of his fur sharpens up around the edges. It looks pretty groovy. Now, we have that area selected there. I could just drag that onto my Psycho poster, or I could stick with my instructions and copy it using Control C and copy that to my clipboard. I'm finished with Elmo here for a while. Now I can go to my Psycho poster, and if I want to paste Elmo onto there, I press Control V. I now have layer 2 have appeared here along with Elmo. From here I use my Move tool by pressing the letter V or by clicking on Move, and we'll move Elmo down so that his eyeball's just below the O of the Psycho and he's just beside Anthony Perkins' name. Pretty happy with that. Now, there's a couple of orange parts here in the underlying layer that we need to get rid of. I'm going to click on layer 1 and I am going to click on my brush tool. In this case I want to use the pencil tool, which is a little bit neater. My size is at about 28. Let's put it back down just a little bit to about 20 or so, 22. And I'm going to set my colour to be the same as what the background is. So I clicked on my colour palette. I can click on anywhere in the black area here to take a sample of that. Click on OK. With layer 1 highlighted, I can now go through and take out any of those bits of the background that we don't want. So just a little bit there as well. That's pretty good. Okay, I've done over that bit. Now we just need to do the same thing with Elmo here. Although we're going to do here, we've got a couple of little spots here we want to get rid of on Elmo's. Layer 2 for Elmo. And in this case we don't want to cover over in a colour, we want to erase it. So we can press the letter E or click on our erase tool. My brush size is pretty small here, on about 12. My opacity is set at 100. And I can just neatly click on little areas that I want to remove the grey from. And that's pretty good, that's relatively neat. The next part we need to do here is just to blend Elmo into the background a little bit more. He's pretty sharp where our image is a little bit blurry. So we need to select our blur tool with our filter. So we have layer 2 highlighted, which is Elmo. We want to go filter, blur, and blur. Once we've done that, we have this little shortcut at the top for blur. Control F will apply that filter to whichever layer that we're on. So we're on layer 2. Watch the sharpness of Elmo as I Control F, holding my control key down. F, 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 F. About 8 or 9 times. And Elmo is now blurred into the background a little bit more. Next thing we need to do is just subdue Elmo's colour a little bit, just to bring him back into the background. A couple of ways to do that. You could apply a colour overlay, or the simple way I've chosen this one because Elmo's already a similar kind of tone to what the background is. We're going to duplicate our background, Elmo's layer, Control J. Now we have layer 2 copy. And I'm going to change the blend mode of layer 2 copy to multiply. What that does, it allows the colour from the underlying layers to bleed. Now, our next step is to add Elmo to our cast. So we're going to use our text tool for that by pressing the letter T or by clicking over here. We want our font to be Arial, our weight to be bold, our size to be 4.6, and our colour, we're going to take a sample of our orange here. Now I can draw my text box, type in Elmo, apply. Now move using our V or our click on our move tool, move that to the right spot. And once again, we need to blend that with the background, so we'll apply our blur filter, which is still active, so Control F, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times, and that's pretty good. The last stage we want to do is we want to put the DVD logo on here that was missing from when we overlaid Elmo. So I'm going to go to my DVD logo. I'm going to press Control A to select all, Control C to copy that image to my clipboard, go back to my poster image, Control V to paste the logo. It's a bit big, so we're going to use our free transform tool to size that down. Free transform, the keyboard shortcut, Control T. And if we want to maintain our ratio as we shrink this down, we press and hold our Shift key whilst we drag the corner, and it will maintain its ratio. We can drag it to where we want it to be. I might make it just a little bit smaller, like so. Apply because I'm happy with that. It's pretty sharp. I want to blur that up as well. So again, I'll use our filter, our blur tool, Control F, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times. That's pretty good. And at this point we're complete. So we need to save our image using our naming convention. We want to save it in Photoshop and JPEG formats. So File, Save As, Photoshop format. Our naming convention is surname, underscore, first name, underscore, house group. In my case I'm going to put Latrobe, underscore, and the title of this piece, Parody 1. And save. Now as a JPEG format, File, Save As, Photoshop. We want to take that down to JPEG. Our file name is the same. Save, maximum file size, OK, and we're complete. Thank you very much.